check. 1, 2. We are leveling up. I got a fuzzy microphone. Like, how cute is this? I bought it. Disclaimer: I bought it because it was fluffy. I feel like it will help. The other ones, they're cute. They were cute and tiny.
How many hundreds of dollars you spend on stuff?
These were like $20-something. I can give you the link to Amazon.
$20?
They were like $26 or something. Are you okay with that, Scrooge McDuck?
My guys sound like a amidst can.
No, it sounds. No, I love this. I want it to be pink, to be honest, but I couldn't find a pink one. But this fluff is extra, and I'm not apologizing.
Sound quality brought to you by Amazon.
Amazon sound quality. So I'm gonna stick this here for you, and then you don't have to worry about it.
I start beatboxing.
Well, you can beatbox all you want. There, how's that? See, now Timmy's got a
What if I move the shimmy?
shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff.
No.
There we go. Okay, you're good. So your sound, check. See, we're leveling up. And I just want to hold, I could put this here, but I just want to hold this because I feel like extra.
Teaser.
Okay, so today, welcome to Behind Closed Doors with Tim and Amy Murphy. We are currently on the road in the car. Why are you laughing?
I'm having a stupid microphone. You hold like a microphone.
Because it's a microphone. So
It's a clip on it. You're holding it like a.
I know. Because I want to hold it.
I can't wait till you do some awesome advice and you do a mic drop.
Mic drop! Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to save the mic drop for when it's time. That's a good idea. Love it. He inspires me so much. So we are in the car. We are kid-free for the day. We are heading down to Barrington, actually, Barrington Passage.
We otherwise call it date night.
Yes, this will be date night.
Date day.
But it's a date day. Yeah, but we're going to make it a date night. So
24 hours.
I have an idea for a topic today. We didn't actually discuss the topic before I turned on the camera.
Cut down the top right. There you go.
I did.
Everything's falling apart.
Difficulty.
That is why you have to clean the suction cup.
I didn't clean the suction cup and now I'm getting in trouble. Okay. It's fine. We're fine. I think we're fine.
Everything fine?
I think we're fine. Are we still here? Sorry. Technical difficulties. So I know the topic. We didn't actually pick a topic before I turned the camera on.
You said we're going to Barrington and it was cut off.
Yeah, so we are going to Barrington. It is date night. We get 24 hours because Tim's parents take the kids every 2 weeks. They used to do it once a week when the kids were little, and there was only like 2 of them. Now there's 5 grandkids, so now it's every 2 weeks.
It's inflation, man. Inflation.
Inflation. So anyways, so now it's date night, and we're starting early because we want to go down to Barrington Passage, meet up with some people we know down there, maybe do some business, enjoy the day, have a little night. We are putting all our responsibilities aside. I think it's called procrastination, to be honest.
I brought my computer.
Well, okay, so you brought your computer, so there's that.
And
I mean,
it
the
always-
taxes are still in your office, but
It
it
always,
didn't come with you.
it always stays in my thing though. I always bring my computer and it just stays in the bag.
It stays in the bag. What stays in the bag, stays in the bag.
It's just in case we have an emergency tax situation.
Oh, right. Emergency tax situation. At least I think if you bring it with you, it makes you feel like your intention was there. So you feel better about yourself having the intention versus actually not
it allows
physically
me
doing
to
it.
procrastinate like thoroughly, because if I left it at home, I'd feel like, oh, I gotta get home and do it. I gotta get home and do it.
But now you can actually procrastinate with peace of mind,
Right.
knowing.
And if I have it on me, I can. My body's physiological response is to procrastinate, so I don't think about it.
Yeah, because
I'll only think about it.
should you feel inspired to do your taxes mid-date night, you actually could.
It's not necessarily taxes. Right now, it's probably 350 emails, at least.
Oh, that's a lot of emails.
Oh, at least.
Okay, well, we are putting, kind of work aside. Besides, we do have a, little kind of meetup this afternoon.
And this, or and that.
And this is work, but this is fun. This isn't work for me. This is like happy fun time.
How come I'm sweating? I don't sweat when I'm having fun.
Sure you do. Oh, you do. So anyway, so we're just driving. I think the topic I would like to talk about right now. Do you want to talk about date night the importance of taking time to be together. Why are you laughing?
I'm just laughing. Okay, carry on.
Well, I want to talk about the importance of, like, I don't know what the label of the topic will be, but the importance of carving time out, like, if you're in a marriage, a relationship, because life and kids is busy, right? Having kids is busy, life is busy. So it's important to connect with one another, is it not? Like, I've been cranky the last week. It was due time. Besides, it's that time of month for me. So that's not always fun for Tim, because I think that I think that
Is that self-explanatory?
yeah, but I think the day before my period I'm the worst. Like the worst.
I'm glad you can recognize that. That's mighty big of you.
But I do think though the day before my period I'm the biggest royalist, crankiest, emotionalist biatch. Like
I thought you were gonna keep going. Because I think you're selling yourself short.
okay, well, I mean I think other girls can relate. It's not our fault. It's called hormones. I can't control it. It's hormones. And then you don't make it any better with your mouth breathing, snoring, eating in the middle of the night, leaving all your wrappers everywhere, all those habits that bother me exponentially when I'm on my period.
Leaving the dishes around.
Yeah, there's that.
Well, I do bring the dishes back to home base.
Yeah. I love that there was cans of recycles or whatever you have to do to throw in the garbage or recycle. You know, it's like you'll put it on top of the counter, but the bin is literally right there. So like, couldn't you just open it and stick it in? But no, you'll stick it right there. So I mean, kudos to you. You'll make it halfway there, but it's like literally the bin was right behind underneath it.
A lot of maneuvering.
Yeah. Okay, let's get back on topic. We can talk about that topic another day. But the topic I want to talk about is the importance of carving out time for one another in your marriage, because I do think it was due time, not just because of moon time cycle, but because I could feel it was time to reconnect with Tim. Aside hormones, period aside, like we've been so busy the last month, and I think we missed last date night. Didn't we miss last date night? I think last date night was 2 weeks ago.
We were away. I think we were away.
Right. Where'd we go?
I was in Toronto.
You were away.
You didn't miss it.
I had date night by myself. Oh, right, our date night. I was watching Christmas movies early. Yes, I was watching Christmas movies and Halloween, but I was in bed by myself, watching movies, relaxing while the kids were in bed. Or no, they weren't in bed. I had the house to myself.
I was in Toronto.
And you were in Toronto. So anyway, so we missed date night. So it's been a month. Because then 2 weeks before that, we were away in Miami. Or no, we weren't. Where were we?
I was.
Jeez. Okay, date night hasn't happened in a long time.
It coincided on our travel days. It was for Miami.
I think it was. So we have not had date night in a while, and I was feeling the need for it. I just felt like, okay, we need some alone time, just kind of doing our thing, and like no pressure. I mean, if we didn't want to work and do anything, we don't have to. But I mean, I'm doing this because I think it's fun.
One day, I'm going to show everyone what it looks like to live with you when you're in the zone.
When I'm in the zone?
Yeah, when you're in the zone.
Like being a royal bitch or when I'm working?
Oh my.
Which one? Because we were just talking about period
working.
zone. Oh, when I'm in the work zone.
Because you're saying when we're disconnected,
yeah,
we do our own things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You are really disconnected. You're connected to what you're doing, but you're disconnected to everything around you. I have to repeat myself twice. Minimum. For me to say anything to you once, I have to repeat it once at least.
Yes.
Maybe 3 times.
Because you like to just start talking, but if my head is in my phone.
What about first? Maybe set an appointment for my sessions. Should be.
There's a Calendly app for that. You can schedule yourself in.
For a question.
Tim needs to ask you a question at 3:59. Okay. That would be a great topic for another day. You could go around and show people what it looks like to live with me when I'm in my zone.
not pretty.
Well, both literally and figuratively, because I don't even shower for days. I don't emerge.
You're definitely not a multitasker. Although you appear to be, you're not actually a multitasker. You can multitask within the thing that you're working on,
Yeah.
but you can't multitask macroly, meaning you can't work and chew gum at the same time.
So, is this episode about ripping me up?
Yes, it is.
Or are we going to talk about the importance of date night?
It's good. It's called date night.
Oh, it's part. Is it part? Is it?
Gotta rant about the good.
Get that out of the way.
Ugly.
Okay. Okay. So, why do you feel it's important to have date night, or like have, even if it doesn't have to be like 24 hours? Like, what date night looks like to people can be different. It could be an hour. It could be a go for a walk. It could be whatever. But like carving time out to be together intentionally. It's about the intention. Intentional time together to disconnect from other things and just connect into yourself. Why do you think that's important?
This is your game. I can answer your own questions. I think
I'll answer after. I want to know why do you think it's important? Yes or no?
for us, yes, because if left to your own devices, you would work 24/7 and not turn off.
Okay.
And we would be that statistical marriage/divorce where we sit there and talk about how we just grew apart.
Okay, so that's very specific. Thank you. What about for other
I would feel like people don't.
for other people listening or watching? Why would it be important for them though? Because they might not have another couple.
Well, it's right here. I mean, I've been on this earth long enough, and I have a lot of friends, and I've experienced a lot of relationships through other people, and that's what it always comes down to is couples disconnecting, I guess, at first, and then growing apart and diverging in their interests to the point where he likes doing something she doesn't, and she likes doing something that he doesn't. And not that we all have to have common interests, I know that me and you, let's talk about our uncommon interests. It's easy to talk about stuff that we enjoy doing. We enjoy driving, walking. We enjoy traveling. We enjoy doing things with our family. We enjoy dining out. I don't know what else we enjoy, but the things that we enjoy, let's explore that. Like, what do you do that I can't stand?
Oh, I thought a whole episode, we can go to another episode, would be pet peeves. That will be such a fun
No,
episode.
it's not pet peeve. We're talking about date night and the importance of date night, and I'm saying the importance of date night is making sure that our goals are aligned.
Yes.
And our interests are aligned, or at least some of them.
Okay.
So that doesn't come to a point where our interests and our alignments are totally off to the point where you no longer really have a marriage. So.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, for example, is there something that I enjoy that you don't, and something you enjoy that I don't?
Working out. You'd like working out, and
I do enjoy working out.
I hate going to
That is another.
It's like, it's a physical response when you ask me if I want to go to the gym. I think I'd actually like throat punch you, or like, how dare you ask me to go to the gym? How dare you ask me to take care of myself?
So right now, I'm not really in that mode. That's a topic for another day in the very near future, because I got to get back on that treadmill, so to speak. So yeah, so me going to the gym is not something you particularly enjoy, but you have enjoyed it with me a couple times, because it's not just simply for my interest, it's for your benefit as well. But
yes,
I would say for you, ghost hunting in that whole realm that you like to entertain, I just don't care to entertain it.
No.
I mean, we can delve into it, but it's not really important. But I just don't get any satisfaction out of it the same as you do.
Right.
And then what better, I guess we can say that. What else do I like to do? I like to talk to my hands.
Oh!
And there comes the I love talking money. I love throwing them off.
I like making money.
like minimizing, like minimize tax strategies. I like
I'm
talking
sweating already.
how to perpetuate wealth. Like I just talk about it. Like I like running ideas. I like, anyway, she doesn't even want to. She doesn't want to hear a number. Not a single digit.
No, I'm not a money-driven person. See, it's fun. What's fun about Tim and I is that we are literally the exact opposite people you could find on this earth. We are so exact opposite when it comes to so many things. Our views.
I'm perfect. You're imperfect. It's like we're total opposites. It's like we put each other together and we.
Yep. So
we complete each other.
We do. We're yin and yang, but we do come together in the middle with a lot of things that we do agree upon. We do enjoy together, and I think that's where we do our date nights. Like in our regular lives, like yes, we have very different interests, that things that light us up and keep us going in our personal life, like each other's personal individual life, but we do come together. So on date night, we pick things that we enjoy as a commonality. Do you think it would be a strategy? How do you? I just had an idea. How do you think about this as a strategy? For how like on our date nights, we tend to come together and do what we like commonly. Do you think it would be fun for an episode to one time you come on something that I enjoy, like if you came on a ghost hunt with me, and see how you react and how that is for you, and then alternatively, you say you came on. I'm not saying I'll take you on a ghost hunt, but I'm just saying something that I enjoy that you don't, and then we like record the experience. Alternatively, you'll take me on something you enjoy that I don't, and like try to show each other's worlds, and just for fun. Does that sound fun?
Okay. Can you just wait till I take you to the bank? Oh man.
Like that would
or maybe I'll take you to a financial advisor. Oh yeah.
Literally, Tim has taken me to bank appointments before because I have to be there to sign stuff, and I have to like give the bank person a disclaimer that I'm like, I will start yawning. I apologize ahead of time. I will tune out. I will stare somewhere else. I might be on my phone. Like I cannot. It's like I have to put a disclaimer to the bank person so that they know I'm not like rude. I just can't.
They must think I keep you in a jar because when we go there and some of the stuff's in her name, because it was easier at the time. They'd ask her questions like, okay, we have to, assure your identity over the phone. So they'd be like, how many products do you have with us? And you're like, I don't know.
I can't.
Like, how many years have you had your mortgage with us at CIBC? I don't know.
When's the last transaction that you made? I don't know.
Do you have any cards with TD Bank? I don't know. So they must think I just keep her in a jar at home and she's not allowed
No, I just
access.
Yeah.
But I feel like they must think I'm some kind of like abusive husband that keeps her locked up.
Yeah. You know.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
Well, it's brutal, but we'll make it work. So back to date night.
Back to life.
That might be for date night. Anyways, so for date night, so do you think that advice for other people would be like, oh, invite your spouse to do something that is in your world so you can understand each other better? Do you think that's good advice as for people? Because like I don't know how it goes with us. We can experiment and see what it would happen. If you can, we can show people what it looks like to take me to the bank with you, or to like the gym.
I don't even do it. I mean, the gym's not a big deal because, okay, I was going to say, the
What else do you do that I don't enjoy?
It's a benefit to you as much as it is.
Yeah, benefits me, but I don't like it at all.
Even same thing to be said with the French thing. It would benefit you to know a little bit about your own finances. But
I don't enjoy it at all.
Okay, so I don't know.
And like you going on a ghost hunt, I'd love to see that.
That would be okay. It would be painful. I don't know if there would be benefit to it.
Why does it always have to benefit? It's just an experiment.
Well, is it torture them? Like, are you trying to torture me? Like,
No, it's not actually benefit. It's just show you what.
Trying to cause me internal
But maybe you'd understand.
turmoil.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think it might be valuable advice to people to maybe try. living in each other's world a bit, because I think you'll understand each other better. Because if you came on a ghost set and you saw what happens when I do stuff, because you just think I'm crazy because you hear the things I say, but if you actually witnessed it in real life, it might change your view. So when I do go,
I'm too analytical, so I wouldn't see things you think you see.
Maybe, well, that would be great. I would love for you to debunk what you think I'm seeing.
But
because
with what you're saying, I will expand on your thought. So what I think would be more beneficial is that not that we should explore things that we know that we don't like to do upon others for like entertainment purposes or for employment purposes. I'm thinking more so. Just give me a second here. That okay, for example, I can appreciate your.
I'm just looking at deeper things. Yeah, so.
I can appreciate your stance in life and your role in what you do because I was able to walk a mile in your shoes. You can appreciate.
You walked a mile in my shoes?
I did. With the last company, I kind of took over
okay.
I had it so.
I see what you're saying.
When I aided you in your business, it's different than taking over your business because when I aided you in your business, I'm doing all the stuff that you didn't like to do, which inherently I liked to do. But again, I was just like, I'm not going to do that. So it wasn't until you actually do what someone else does that you truly appreciate what they do. That sounds
okay.
Like
sounds pretty deep.
Well, I just mean, yeah, yeah.
So
and you had to walk in my shoes in a way because when I go away to do things on my own, now you're in charge of running the household, and sometimes you will call me up and like, oh my God, this happened. What happened? Like, dishwasher's not working. Why? What does E24 mean? Like, what? Just the
little thing.
The little things.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I always do the garbage, but actually now you do the garbage most times.
I know. I always do the garbage and recycle.
That's just such a small example of our role switching. And that's another reason why I've always been sympathetic in our roles of network marketing business is because a lot of women will come to me and say, well, can you talk to my husband and get him more involved with what I do? Or can you make my husband more accepting with what I do? And that's not an external thing I can do. That's not an external locus, as we call it. That's an internal thing that I was able to walk in all your shoes and realize what it takes to do what you did. Not that I was able to, fully encompass what you did, but I understood what you did. And I understood the balances of the checks and balances of what you did. So that was a drawn out way of explaining that.
Oh, look at the big eagle.
Oh boy, squirrel.
That was a huge eagle. Sorry,
I can't say squirrel.
It was an eagle. It was a huge bald eagle.
So I think it's more important, and I know a lot of couples can't do this because I have the flexibility that I don't necessarily have to go to work, and I can take over your role, and you have the flexibility to take over my role. Not every couple will have that ability. But with that said, there are things that we do in our day-to-day lives that if we were to take over those roles, even for a week, it would, people would be more sympathetic to each other's roles.
Yeah. So for date night, what kind of things do we do together? We like together. We like scooting.
I do have the scoots in the back.
We love to scoot.
It's a little chilly, maybe.
It's chilly, but remember the last time we scooted and it was so cold?
Yeah.
It was like our breath.
It was actually Bridgewater.
Oh my gosh. It was like I was filming Haunted and you came to visit me and we were in, it was in Bridgewater, and you came to visit me and we went scooting and it was so cold that we were laughing so hard because our breath and our spit was turning into icicles on our face.
We controlled the brakes with our hands. I couldn't feel my fingers.
I know, and we're only out for like 5-10 minutes.
I could feel my face.
So we have these electric scooters that I bugged Tim for. I wanted them so bad. And he always argues with me because I like to buy things. And then he's like, we never use things that you buy. Not gonna lie, it's probably true. So anyway, so I had to really push for the fact I really want to scoot because we would rent scooters and it would suck because we'd rent them downtown and then you go to the area and then all of a sudden your scooter stops on you and you can't go any further because they have you locked in a perimeter. And I was like, man, if we had our own scooters, we could go anywhere we want. Like I just kept bugging. Like I really want a scooter. I think like we proved to ourselves we love scooting. So he surprised me, was it 2 years ago or last year? I think 2 years ago now.
2 years.
He surprised me for my birthday and bought us 2 scooters at Costco. They were on sale. We got them on deal at the end of the season, and we've been using them ever since. So it was a really good investment, and it was actually the one time where I was right. Like I was actually right in expenditure of being like, I know it's expensive, but we will actually use this. And this is what we've been doing, on our date nights is we will scoot. We'll go to a small town. We'll scoot everywhere, go through the trails, and then we'll sit for supper somewhere, stay overnight maybe, or not. Doesn't matter. Anyways, our scooters have been our date night thing that we just love doing. And we'll probably break out the scooter today because it's gorgeous. I did bring mittens and a hat.
Hopefully they hold the charge.
Hopefully they do.
Do.
Okay, well we'll see how far we get. But I think we should break out the scooters tonight just to have a little try before we pack them away for the winter. But yeah, we like to do dinner. We like to just have like a staycation somewhere, like even if we go overnight somewhere close by.
We're not really big on fancy food. I just want to clarify that when we go to dinner.
Well, we aren't fancy
I
at
think
all.
our favorite is we've got to get just the fancy over the years to corporate.
We've dined in lots of fancy places.
Yeah.
But our go-to when we go to dinner,
I like high-end casual. If that makes sense. Like I like
the
River Pub.
I was going to say River Pub.
The River Pub and I mean it's a pub, but it had really
It was
locally sourced, well done food.
yeah.
Or people don't know what River Pub is. It's only one place in Bridgewater, but it's more like high.
It's like a pub, but it's high end. It's
High-end casual dining is okay.
high end casual dining.
Like your Earls or your Cactus
But
Club.
those being a franchise. Those are franchises. This is like local owned, but but yes, it's like that. It's like that quality food.
High-end casual.
I would say yeah, because it's not like puppy pub, greasy pub. But it's not high end dining. It's really nice food. We like nice food that's a good affordable price, not too high, too fancy. Real food.
Very tasty.
It's very, very mindful. Very demure. It's very, really good food. So we just love to find little getaways, little staycations. We love to find places that, one time Tim surprised me, took me to like Cherry Point Lodge or Listcombe Lodge. We love to do little getaways.
Morning, those are a little expensive.
Those are expensive, but those were like birthday kind of getaways or anniversary getaways. But
Listcombe wasn't too bad. Cherry Point Lodge was definitely on the higher end, and I couldn't eat there because the food was way too fancy.
It was too fancy. It was beautifully presented, but way too fancy. But here's a thing that you do on date nights, though, that is more for me, but you benefit from it.
For everyone.
You are. But you know how much I love nature and how nature calms me, makes me feel good, it makes me feel happy and relaxed. You know how I feel in nature, and we do nature activities. You like nature, you just don't love it like I do. Like I connect with nature in a certain way, but I do, and that's why you do that though, because it puts me at ease and I'm going to enjoy it. Well, because I know you're going to put me in a good mood. So you do have benefits from me being in a good mood. So he has a method to his madness, but I'm just saying, we come together and find things that we like to do, but
So basically food, but we only have 24 hours usually for our date night, and some people might even have less. So, dining out's always a plus because there's so many awesome restaurants. We have a bad habit of visiting or staying favorite ones, but there's so many good ones out there. I mean, let's be honest, if they weren't good, they would not last long anyway. So, any place that's been out there that you heard something about, you probably should visit and try it. And we like to travel, but since we're only 24 hours, our traveling is usually limited to
We hit Cape Breton one night.
Yeah, that's right. We went to Cape Breton. That was great. We went to Bedeck, and it was kind of great to go to the hotel, jump on scooters, explore the area by foot.
We scooted.
By scoot.
Scoot.
We did it once for PEI. We had a little bit extension. That was kind of our anniversary. We managed to squeeze out a double date night.
Right.
Because PEI is kind of like, well, I can't say it's push limits, but it's 4 hours, just like Cape Breton was. But
right.
we were able to. We went and did the dining thing at the
Fortune Bay, in a Fortune Bay,
in that Fortune.
In a Bay Fortune.
Well, that's the name of that was the name of the hotel, but the restaurant was called Fireworks.
Right.
And that was on a higher pricey end, but. And then the day before, we went to the spa, which you like. You like the spa.
I love the Nordic spa.
It's a great way to. It's a little smaller than the one we're used to here, Sensi Spa, but checks all the boxes. It's just smaller by dimension. It still has everything we need.
Yeah, we really enjoy those type of things, like going to the spa. We do Sensi Spa. We try to get to that a couple times a year. We love doing that.
We enjoy driving.
We will drive.
That was actually one of the best things that came out of COVID. It's because when we were like locked down in our province and weren't allowed leaving our province, and in some cases where you don't leave your homes technically, but so we learned to staycation. We learned to enjoy the place that we lived.
Because it's funny, because before COVID, we would say we've never even really explored our own province, and ever since COVID, we've actually been exploring our own province. We've been doing a really good job of it.
I've always had a kind of this disdain for Nova Scotia, which is funny because most Nova Scotians love where they live, they love where they grew up, and I just had a disdain for it because Nova Scotia is known for its natural beauty, and I was used to traveling to other destinations to find that excitement. Like I always felt like I had to go somewhere. I had to get on a plane in order to discover something we're discovering. But when you take that away from us, we had no choice but to travel to Bridgewater, which is, well, that's something I was doing anyway, but we got to travel to Yarmouth. I almost said that. I haven't gone to Yarmouth personally yet, but Digby, Barrington, which is what we're doing again today, Shelburne, I can't even name some places like Glasgow, even the Eastern Shore. I think I've explored the Eastern Shore for the first time last year, or the year before, when we went to Liscombe Lodge. We traveled all along the highway that we were along beside the coast.
Yeah.
Guysborough. We still haven't explored all of
Tatamagouche. The kids love. We take the kids to Tatamagouche.
Northern Nova Scotia, like just places that the interior of Nova Scotia, which is very seldom explored.
Yeah.
We go to Kentville, cut across to the South Shore. That was an interesting. It's never done it.
Yeah.
It's like I've lived here my whole life and haven't traveled my own province.
Well, it's fun on our date nights. Like, we love to drive. Like, that's one thing. Even not just on date nights, just in life. Sometimes the kids will be home. We're like, Mom and Dad are going for an hour. We're going for a drive, and we'll just drive. And sometimes we will put the kids in the car, put on a movie, and say we're going for a drive, because if we know we're going to be a long time, we don't want to leave them home too long by themselves. They're old enough to be there because they're teenagers now, but we put them all in the car because we don't know what we're going to do. Like, we're driving. They know, like, we just go for drives. Like, our kids are very versed in going for drives. So I'm like, pack your iPads, put in some movies, just relax because we're driving. But I find when we're driving, we do the best talking because we're to have no distractions. So I find it's our time to connect when we're in the car.
There's no visual distractions that we're looking at as woods.
It's beautiful.
Woods.
Yeah, and we just literally, sometimes we'll drive with no place in mind. Sometimes we'll have a destination in mind. But
if I bring up something you don't like, get nowhere to run.
Yeah. When I'm mad at you and I get angry, it's your favorite. You can't get out of here. You get stuck in the car. But most times, I find we finally are able to sit and connect. And so I think, like, we both love just driving, talk. We talk a lot. I think that, that's one reason we've been together for, it'll be 30 years this year. our next anniversary, we have been together for 30 years, married 28 or something, whatever, a long time. But I think that the biggest thing, because people will ask me, what's your secret to being together so long? I'm like, communication, for like communicating with each other. And we love entrapment. Yeah. Anyways, communication, and I feel we every 2 weeks, if we haven't connected, I think we're going to get that connection in a 2 weeks time. You know what I mean? Because we know we're going to have date night. That's thanks to Tim's parents, and my parents would do that too. And I know not everybody has the luxury of that, so that's not always fair for people that might not have that luxury of having, the child care to get away. But you can do things, be creative on how you do your date night and what you do, and take those moments. The point, it's not even necessarily, it's not about where you go and what you do. It's the intentional connection.
It's who you're doing it with.
Ooh, I like that. But it's also the intentional connection. You're communicating and connecting intentionally with each other in mind. Taking those moments. Even if the baby's down for a nap, right? You got an hour. Like, instead of working on something or doing housework, like, let the housework go. Sit and connect. Have tea. Go outside. Have a picnic on the deck. You could do whatever you want. Like, make it as romantic as you want. Unromantic, doesn't matter. Steal your moments when you can have them, because it's the moment that counts, not what you're doing, right? It's who you're doing it with and the act of being intentional. That's how I feel.
Actually, that's the point, because there's two things wrong with how we do our dates. One, not everyone has babysitting. Now, mind you, you can always make that part of your expenses, your monthly expenses. Make sure you put aside money for a babysitter for a couple hours away. That's one way around it.
And not everyone has kids either, but people work really hard. They need to come together with people that don't have kids to make a point.
And there's some people who hate driving too.
Exactly.
So you really have to cater to your own needs.
Yes. I think it's the intent. I think intentions are everything. Intention, to me, is one of the biggest factors when it comes to looking at a situation and evaluating things. And if the intention is good, you know what I mean? I think that's where versus if someone's making a bad intention. So, without going on a tangent about intentions, my point is that make that time intentional to be together, and it doesn't, whether it's 20 minutes, hour, whatever, but it's your intention is that I'm going to say intention one more time, is that you're taking the time to connect with purpose. I changed the word. Purposeful connection. Like that? Okay, we're going to go enjoy our date night now, our date day. But yeah, anything else you have? Any thoughts on the importance of date night or carving time out for each other? Purposeful, intentional communication, connection with your spouse, loved one.
I'm going to purposely
God.
engage in this purposeful and intentional collaboration with you, so my life goes a little more smoother and has a little less friction. And yeah, I'll stop there.
Okay. Love you. I love you. Okay, till next time. Bye.